Well, no, this is not Facebook, is it? It's YouTube. Um, it's been a very busy day. I have been very busy this month in general. I have not stopped. So I need to relax and rest, so that I can give to people. I had a couple of sessions today. I had one in uh, person and one in the UK with somebody who has known me for years now, but she hasn't dropped in for maybe 4 years. It could be. So yeah, so it was actually lovely to connect to her, really. So yeah, I have also been doing the. I did my first interview for the podcast, which is Tower Talks. Yeah, you can find that on Spotify. Um, yeah, it's Tower with a capital T, and then Talks is in all capitals. So my first interview was with somebody called Bishop Reed. She works in somatic therapy, which is looking at the nervous system and the body, all of these different embodiment practices, so that we can shift and move pain that exists within the system, which is super important work, really. So that you can free yourself from trauma and conditioning and pain and regulate the nervous system, and therefore live in a little bit of a way that is what's the word? Healthy, and nourishing for one's spirit and one's soul. So, what is the nature of this space here? I think it's about balance, actually, and balance being, a key of, in terms of grounding and centering yourself to working out what it is that you want. I think it's so very easy to get energetically bogged down with externals, our life in general. Nobody really always tells you how sometimes difficult life can be. And I think that I'm somebody who is a practitioner, a facilitator, whatever, and I'm very firm in the what's the word? In A, transparency, and B, um, that and B, accountability. Keeping people in a space that's accountable, but also the fact that we're all in life. Nobody's life is perfect. To believe that you reach this idealized perfect version of spirituality is bullshit. Don't believe it. I say that, I'm very clear in that. In general, I think that the more that we can kind of use spirituality not as a tool to escape, but as a way to navigate and deal with our life, the better. It's about being grounded and rooted and very present. I see a lot of people in the spiritual community who have all of this ideology, and it's just crap. They're spouting out bullshit that they don't really understand, and they're not taking accountability for where they're at. And there's a lot of projection and very insidious, what's the word? Toxicity, really. Because when somebody starts not taking accountability for where they're at and then pushing that onto you, it's not cool. I had to deal with somebody like that today. So, I'm not interested in it. I'm very clear in boundaries. I won't take no nonsense. I won't take no shit. I'll tell you about yourself. Yeah, don't care. So that's what I think that being rooted is, and being okay with those parts of the self as well. That's also spirituality. You know, loving oneself, that is spiritual. And then being a decent, good, kind person and not being completely self-absorbed, and that is the balance. Juggling those two spaces, how work on yourself and also give to the world. In breath, out breath. Very interesting space. So yeah, balance and knowing that sometimes things take time, and the more we can, center and find stillness and groundedness amongst the chaos that life can sometimes be, the better. That's just a tool and a coping mechanism that we have to deal with everyday life, which isn't always easy. So on that note, I'm going to go. I am taking bookings for May and June. Yeah, I'm starting to get booked in advance, which is great. I haven't done that for a little while. I cancelled all of my bookings 1 year when I closed my business because I was sick of giving to everybody else because I had burnout and I was tired. And then I went to study, and then I took a real break from spiritual work, and then everything opened up again. And so yeah, so I'm back in a space where I'm okay to start booking things in advance again, and being like, okay, my diary is full. That's okay. So if you do want me, kylecheslove.com, hour sessions, 20-minute sessions. I've also got Calendly, which is 45-minute sessions. You can book those in yourself. It updates my calendar, your calendar, and we get a link to the video call. Those are 45-minute sessions. I also have all of my teaching things, which is meditation, psychic development. I have God Talks, where we can talk about just the mechanics of God. Those are a set of 4 sessions. I also have personal development, which are sets of 6 sessions. I have quite a few people who I work with ongoing in that space, and we look at where they're at in their life. It's to help you walk through periods of your life that are a little bit complex, a little bit difficult. I said to somebody today, there's the famous saying that we're walking each other home. And I think that is quite accurate and beautiful and quite true. So, so I think that's it. You can also give for these videos, which is PayPal at Kyle Treslove. And yeah, check out the Spotify Tower Talks. That's super cool. I'll be trying to do once a month. And I'm also doing an online meditation drop-in class that will also be once a month, maybe more, depending on, depending on how busy and things I am. I think once a month is probably a good idea. So I think I'll be doing that around the 28th, which is in a few days. Check out my socials, check out my TikTok, check out my Facebook lives, and that, I believe, is it. So remember, I'm going to go rest, balance. All is good, all is God, all is love. Until we connect again soon in a bit.